deal with, and you deal with the difficulties of it. When you handle those hard things close at hand, making those hard
Well, welcome everyone. I'm so glad you're here tonight, and a special welcome to those of you who are here for the first time. And I hope you enjoy the motivational video speeches that we play for those who join us early. It's always good to be reminded that we all have choices. We have the same 24 hours each day, and we can choose to stay in bed or get up and show up and face the day and make choices that are going to make your tomorrows better than today. Before we get started, let's take a few introductions. I'd like to welcome Victor. He was the first one here tonight. Brian Hedges, I just made you a co-host.
Thanks, John.
Welcome, Cecil Morgan, David Donation, David Richards, James Burrow. Welcome, Janice, Pauline Celestine. Welcome, Richard, Rick, Roosevelt Barnes. Step Up, Fenton, William Stevens, welcome, welcome. Well, what we're going to talk about tonight may challenge the way you think about money, generosity, and success. We're diving into a timeless principle, one that's been echoed in scripture, in nature, and in every lasting success story. Give, and it shall be given unto you. But tonight, I want to show you something powerful, that giving doesn't always mean money, and paying it forward doesn't have to cost you anything at all. In fact, the kind of giving we're going to talk about tonight is something anyone can do right now, right where they are, and it has the power to unlock blessing, build community, and bring incredible results into your life and the lives of others. Now, if you've ever wondered, how can I give when I barely have enough? This webinar is for you. So get ready to be encouraged, empowered, and maybe even a little surprised, because when you understand how giving starts with intention, not a dollar, everything changes. Let's get into it, and we'll start by watching a new video that was just finished today.
My name is John Austin, and today I'm coming at you with an amazing opportunity. You thought you'd seen it all? Think again, because I'm going to show you how to get rich by paying other people into business without costing you a dime. Sounds crazy, right? Stick with me for 2 minutes. I promise you'll be glad you did. Welcome to Better Deals and Money, or BDM for short. We're a private membership club. We don't run ads. We grow by invitation only. One member invites another, just like you're being invited right now. We have real products, real member benefits, and real ways for you to earn. Earn commissions from our product sales, raise funds through our private crowdfunding clubs based on giving and receiving, or even earn without making a donation. Let's start by showing you how the pay plan works. Imagine designing the perfect compensation plan. What would that be? Perhaps something for the little guy, showing someone who's not great at recruiting how they could still earn an endless stream of perpetual profits. Or maybe a system for the masses, where a small amount of money leveraged correctly turns into a fortune fast. Or perhaps something for attracting the best team builders in the world, allowing them to profit not only from their own efforts, but from everyone in the company. Tough decision, right? Welcome to Better Deals and Money. We decided to do all three. Our hypersonic compensation plan was designed to be simple, superior, and super fast. It starts with 15 different packages ranging from $10 to $20,000. We have a 3-sided maximum leverage plan. Number 1. First is our high-powered coded uni level, where everyone you personally refer takes the next available frontline position. Once they upgrade to any of the 15 levels, your account will start to be flooded with commissions. Payments from your frontline are instantly sent to your back office wallet, regardless of your level. The only exception will be the payments from your second and fourth personal referrals, which pass up to your sponsor. This is an awesome feature because it means that all of your people will be passing up payments from their second and fourth referrals to you. Number 2, 1x2 speed matrix. With your position at the top and 2 open positions directly under it, the first payment is yours. The second payment goes to your sponsor and opens a new matrix under your sponsor. This can happen over and over again, creating an endless stream of payments flowing into your wallet. As you upgrade to higher levels, it opens new speed matrices, allowing you to earn from up to 13 unique matrices simultaneously. Last but not least, number 3, our alternate fast track plan. A dynamic earning system designed for speed, simplicity, and serious momentum. Similar in structure to our 1x2 speed matrix, this plan sends every other payment on an alternating path between you and your upline. You receive the first, third, fifth to infinity, while your upline gets the second, fourth, sixth, etc. And the magic multiplies, because your downline does the same with you. This means you earn from every odd payment, your team fuels your growth through their even payments, and your income grows as your team grows, fast and wide. But that's just the beginning. Upgrading unlocks access to up to 13 simultaneous fast-track plans, multiplying your earning streams across each level. As new levels open, so do new payment lanes, allowing you to stack commissions and earn from multiple phases of growth at once. This provides constant incentive to upgrade and grow, built-in leverage for every member, and is perfectly designed for viral team duplication. This is more than just a comp plan. It's your alternate fast track to financial freedom. All 3 sides of the compensation plan work simultaneously, 24/7. That means money is being deposited into your wallet around the clock. This provides profit and capital to upgrade, allowing you to benefit from even larger payments as your referrals upgrade to higher levels. To ensure long-term profitability and attract top leaders from around the world, $5 from each package upgrade of $100 or more goes into our monthly top recruiter pool. This pool with no cap is split among the top 10 recruiters each month, offering new leaders the chance to qualify and compete. Think about that for a moment. $5 from every $100 upgrade and above from every Better Deals and Money member in the world with no cap. That means it could eventually be thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of dollars being split by the top 10 recruiters for that month. We catered to the little guy, coded compensation payments, even at levels they are not qualified for. A wealth creation machine for the masses. Triple-sided maximum leverage plan. Attracting and rewarding the best leaders. Leadership top recruiter pool. We have redefined compensation plans, aiming to create more members successfully earning money than any other project, and fast. Are you ready to build a potential fortune? Ready to participate in the best wealth generation model ever? Welcome to Better Deals and Money. Prepare to move at the speed of success. But here's the real magic, the pay it forward system. Imagine this. The person who invited you offers to pay your way into one of our clubs when you join both the 1x2 matrix and the fast track plan. For example, you join the $10 1x2 matrix and the $10 fast track. They cover your $10 gas club. You do the same for others, helping them join, and you never lose money doing it. But you may lose sleep when you see how much money you earn from doing it. Your first person joins your 1x2 matrix and your fast track. You pay $10 to put them in the gas club. You earn 24 total, cost you $10, you're already $14 ahead. Second person earns you nothing, cost $10 to pay it forward, you're still up $4. Third person, same cycle as before, total profit now, back to $18 ahead. Sound like a roller coaster? Hang tight because you never lose money and you are building a business that can pay you millions. Now, set a goal to pay it forward for 20 people. You're $104 in profit. But that's just the beginning, because here's where the real numbers kick in. But first, let me give a disclaimer. Numbers may vary due to team members growing at different rates. But let's see what happens by the time you pay it forward for 10 people, and each of them pays it forward for just 5 more. Your team grows. You cycle 5 times. You've earned $2,704. Want more? Take 20 of that, join the $20 matrix. $8,112 as your team follows you. Go to the $50 level, $21,632. Add $100, $48,672. The $250 level, $116,272. The $500 level skyrockets you to $251,472. And here's the thing. People don't wait until they earn thousands before leveling up. It happens faster than you think. Follow the system and millionaire status is no longer a dream. If your team average grows to 6 instead of 5, suddenly we're talking $450,120. If cycles increase to 6, over 1.3 million. And we're not even counting the higher clubs that go up to $20,000. Now let's look at your second stream of income. With a conservative team average of just 4 members each, 62 people brings in $496. When you follow our Pay It Forward method, 10 personal signups, $1,984. Add the grocery club, $5,952. The car club, $15,872. The travel club, $35,712. The house club, $85,312. And the Elite 500 Club, $184,512. And no, it's not a perfect world. Not everybody will get 4 or more. But here's the thing. Some members bring in hundreds, and some legs will grow 100 levels deep and deeper. The numbers from here get way too crazy, so you pull out the calculators if that's not enough to keep you awake at night. Finally, a quick look at your third stream of income. It's hard for me to imagine anybody paying less than 10 people into business with this kind of money being made. With 10 personals and an average of 10 through 5 levels, that would pay you $31,240. Join the $20 plan, $93,720, and I really don't dare go higher because the numbers start getting too crazy. Cost to start? $20 if your sponsor is paying you forward. And the cost for you to pay it forward for 10 people? You always come out ahead. If this doesn't light your fire, your wood might be wet. We created BDM as a place where your giving becomes the gateway to riches. The core message here: you reap what you sow, you reap after you sow, and you reap more than you sow. Blessing others is your key to having everything your heart desires. Your financial future is finally in your hands if you're ready to move. So grab your boots, lace them up, because this could be your last best chance to build real wealth, live your dream, and leave a legacy. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the inside.
Okay, well, I think that video about says it all, but we don't often grasp the entire concept the first time around. Give me just 1 second here. We're going to unmute to allow you to unmute. Okay, so we're going to do some Q&A, but we've given you availability to this video in your dashboard along with your own personalized link so you can revisit it anytime and easily share it with friends and prospects. In the meantime, let's tie everything together with some Q&A time. This is your chance to ask anything that's on your mind, big or small, whether you're brand new or you've been with us for a while. No question is too simple or too advanced. So while I open the door, take a second to put on your thinking caps and let's clear up anything that might be holding you back or confusing you. So let's go ahead and dive in. Who wants to be first? Looks like Michael Johnson. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, just want to know where to get my hands on that video.
Okay. Let's go here. Whoop, wrong one. So I'm going to bdmcommunity.com. From there, I'm going to log in. Logging into a demo account. Right here under my websites. It'll be this one right here. Pay it forward $10.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, who else has a question? Hey, Brian, would you like to come on and share anything?
Oh, look, give me the opportunity and I'll talk the legs off an iron pot and keep the pot standing. Yeah, look, this is just every time I come to one of these meetings, every time I get a Zoom and that, it's morning my time, here in Australia, 10 a.m. we start. And it sort of sets me up for the whole day. I get a real buzz out of doing it because it's every time there's something new, a little thing, people ask good questions. Again, a little shout out to William Stevens, who's there. Good on you, mate. I appreciate you being here. Um, and we are in for a ride, guys. Once we're going through some teething issues at the moment with a couple of things. Our prospecting system, Stuart Murray's been away for a while. He'll be back early next week. So hopefully our Botsy Stuart prospecting system will be in place by end of next week. And that means we can start boosting some really good stuff on our social media links and things like that with Botsy. Lots of good things from my team. I won't put them in the open forum, but I don't think a lot of people realize, with all the garbage that's online at the moment, I don't think you realize what you've got your hands on here. This is one very, very powerful system. I'm 75 years of age, and I've been in network marketing for over 40 years. I used to design compensation plans, and this plan and one other that I like are the best plans on the net because they're honest, they're straightforward, and I like the theory. No work equals no pay. Work equals pay. So I'm going to shut up now and give somebody else a chance to have a chat or ask questions.
Awesome. Okay, David Richards, you can unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, John.
Yes.
Yeah, you ever consider using or adding a QR code in the marketing material?
A QR code. We
like
could.
on the flyers and the business cards.
Okay. Let me see. Let me check into that. I don't know. I assume what you're asking is a QR code that would go to your specific landing page, to your specific URL. Explain to me what you're looking for.
Yeah, I guess, for like you said, that would if somebody scans it, it'll go to the website.
Okay. So I don't believe it's possible. I can check into it. I don't believe it's possible to create what would be called a dynamic QR code. I think a QR code has to be generated on an individual basis. In other words, you take the information that you want to create a QR code for, and then you create that QR code. If we were to post a QR code on every flyer, for example, then it would be the same QR code and it would only go to one person. Here's what I believe you could do is when you take that to the printer, well, probably two things. I think you can go online and find a QR code creator. I haven't tried this, but I think you could take your URL, go to somewhere on the web, ask ChatGPT or go to Google and ask how to make a QR code, put in that information and create the QR code. And then you would create a file of that QR code. When you go to your printer to have your cards made, they could put that QR code on your cards.
Right.
I think
I guess basically, I think basically, I was just asking if
and perhaps your printer could probably do that for you because that's something they're probably doing all the time anyway.
Right.
And it makes sense because so many people are using mobile today. If they can just pick up their phone, scan that QR code, and it takes them right to your website, right to your landing page, that would be a great feature. I will check into it, but I think I answered you correctly.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, it'd probably be best. Probably the only way to do it is
I think
each
so.
individual for their own. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, another question. Okay, so while we're waiting for another question, let me just make mention, one of the challenges we've had, people joining, is the question, where do I start? Do I start with a 1x2? Do I start with a fast track? Do I start with one of the clubs? And so whenever there's any question, any ambivalence, it tends to throw people off and make them hesitate. Now, with this new pay it forward plan, you can offer to pay somebody into the gas club, for example, if they join the $10 1x2 and the $10 fast track. So instead of costing them $10, now it's going to cost them 20. They've got a little more skin in the game, which means they're probably more likely to do something. They're going to have 3 income streams instead of 2, which again is going to make it more likely for them to do something. And now they could literally offer to pay it forward for somebody else and never take a dime out of their own pocket, because they're going to earn more than it takes to pay it forward. Let's go over to our calculators. Buy 2, take 3. So right here, I'm just going to put in, we could put in as many as we want to. And now all that does is just add more to the bottom line. But as you can see, they join the 1x2 matrix. Then they join the fast track. That's going to cost them $20. You're going to make, and you're going to pay them in the unilevel, which is going to cost you $10. 3 times 8, you've earned $24. Subtract the 10 that you pay, and you have a net profit of $14. And then we also have a running total. Okay, on the second person, you don't make any money on them, but you're still going to pay it forward, which is going to subtract $10 from your 14, leaving you a running total of $4. On your third person, again, you make $24, subtract 10 to pay them forward. That's a $14 net, plus you had $4 from a running total. You now have $18 in your wallet. Fourth person pays you nothing, subtract 10, leaves you an $8 running total. Now, from this point on, you're going to continue to earn on every single sale. So you're going to earn $24 here, leaves you a running total of $22. You're going to earn $8 on this sale, running total of $20. Again, $24 leaves you a running total of $34. Here you earn $8, running total of $32. And as you can see, it just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, the beauty of this is this can work on any level. This could work on the $100 level. So what happens by the time you've got 30 people paid in? 1,640 profit. It can work on the $250 level. See, you never go in the hole. You're never going to go down with money out of your pocket. You're always going to earn more than what you're paying out. By the time you pay it forward to 30 people here, you got $4,100. What's going to happen eventually is people are going to join all the clubs. So again, you can offer to pay it in, pay people forward at any level. And if we understand the law of the harvest, you reap what you sow, but you have to sow to reap. You have to sow to reap. You reap what you sow, but you reap more than you sow. Every millionaire out there understands this principle, and that's why they give. They don't always give to good causes, but nonetheless they sow seeds, and that seed multiplies. It comes back to them, and they just keep getting more and more and more. The more they give, the more they get. The more they give, the more they get. The principle is really true. Okay, so how can you sow into BDM? Well, number one, somebody sowed to you. It took a minute of their time. They sowed a minute of their time to invite you here. So that was a seed that was sowed. And that one seed could literally turn into, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1 minute it took to invite you, if you go to work, could mean literally thousands and thousands of dollars for that person that invited you. So that's one way of sowing a seed. And that costs you absolutely nothing other than a few minutes of your time. Every time you invite somebody, you're sowing a seed. Didn't cost you anything. Okay, you offer to pay it forward. When you pay it forward, you're sowing a seed. But look, you're always getting back more than you sow. Doesn't matter where they start, you're getting back more than they sow. But the object here too is this is farming, folks. I grew up on a farm, so I understand this principle very well. The interesting thing is farmers are often quite successful in network marketing because number one, they have the work ethic. They know that they have to give in order to receive. They're used to getting up early in the morning and working hard all day. And so, network marketing is a shoe-in. It's not that it's, they've got to face their fears. It's not always easy to pick up the phone or invite somebody, but nonetheless, getting up early in the morning on the farm isn't easy either. It's a sacrifice. Okay. So there is some sacrifice involved. But the farmer understands that the more seed that you sow, the more you're going to reap. And why is that? It's true on many levels. If you join at $2.50 instead of at $10, if that's possible for you to do it, and so you want to say you've got $500 you want to put in, so you join the 1x2 and the fast track, and you ask your sponsor to pay you forward. Is your sponsor going to do that? Well, if they go to the calculator and they see that they're going to net $350 if they pay you $250, so they're going to pay $250 to earn a $350 net. Actually, they're going to earn $600. So they earn $600, pay $250, they have a $350 net. Are they going to pay your way into the house club? Obviously, they probably would. Same thing if you wanted whatever level you want to join at. But now by coming in at the $250 or $500, what you've effectively done is you've given somebody $400. Paid $200 in the matrix, $200 on the fast track. You've put $400 into the system. Well, what does that $400 do? It's going to make somebody very excited, right? It's going to get somebody ready to go out and invite more people. If they invited you and this is what happened, wouldn't they go invite somebody else? Obviously, they would. And then as we go into others of let's look at the 1x2, for example. Okay, as you start inviting more people, paying it forward for more people, look what happens. Team average of only 2. Well, if everybody can pay it forward and it not cost them anything, are they not going to pay? We're going to have a bigger average than 2, wouldn't you think? I would think so. I would think we might have an average of at least 5. Now we're talking about going down through 12 cycles. Let's just take it back to 5 cycles. $2,704. If we increase the average number of referrals, look what happens. Why couldn't we all set a goal to pay 10 people forward? Isn't that reasonable? And that's only That's only $20 out of somebody's pocket. It's nothing out of your pocket to do that. You're actually making money. And then look what happens as they begin to duplicate. This is from the duplication of the people you're paying forward. They're also starting to pay forward. And this is what you get from duplication. Now, wouldn't it make sense that they would take from their profits and begin joining these other clubs? How crazy do you want to get? There's nothing out there, folks. Nothing touches what we have. Absolutely nothing. And we've only talking about so far the 1x2 matrix. We're not talking about the unilevel. Same thing happens here, folks. You start, and this is only with an average of 4. If everybody's paying it forward, you've only done 4 with an average of 4. Look what happens as people take from these profits to join the next club. And if they join the $500 club, do you think they'll join the 1,000 and keep on going up? Obviously, because everybody wants to earn more, right? If you can get paid more for the same amount of work, then why wouldn't you continue to join more clubs? And then as you increase your own personals and we start talking more levels, folks, this is your path to becoming a millionaire if that's what you want to do. But if you only want to earn that extra let's say $500 a month. I've interviewed a lot of the most successful people in this industry. And the average of those people, when they started, their goal was to earn an extra $300 to $500. They had realistic goals. And that's why they succeeded, is because they weren't looking to earn $1 million overnight or $10,000 overnight or even $1,000 overnight. They needed some extra money for real world expenses. Put food on the table, repair a roof, repair a car, or make a car payment, put a child in college. These are the kind of goals that will get people to move. There's 2 things that cause us to move. It's either a desire for something or a fear of something. We're running away from a fear or we're running towards something. The interesting thing is most people run harder away from a fear than they do towards something that they want. So it takes a decision. And that's what caused these people to become millionaires, is they made a decision. They said, we're going to earn that extra $300 a month to get what we want, to take care of some necessary expenses. And guess what? When they got to 300, well, we could probably do 400. We could probably do 500. They just kept raising their goals. We could probably do 1,000. If we just worked a little harder, we could probably do 10,000. Well, the interesting thing, folks, is once you get to this 500, you've already got some momentum going. You're no longer working alone. You've got some people on your team that are also working. And so how much faster do you get from 400? You probably get to 4,000 or from 500 to 5,000. You're probably going to get there faster than you did from 0 to 500 because you've got all of these people helping you. And that's the way network marketing works. It's about leverage. They say if you had a big enough leverage, you could move the moon. And leverage is what's going to get you to where you want. Working by yourself, working a job, you're going to get, you can only do so much in a given day. And that's your cap. You can't go beyond that. But when you begin to leverage other people, you offer them an opportunity. And what is that opportunity? The opportunity is to get something that they want. Maybe it's that extra $300 to $500 a month. You don't know what it is, but everybody out there pretty much is looking for more money. Look at Elon Musk. Every day he's doing things to make more money. He's worth about almost a $500 billion, and he's still looking for ways to make more money. So this is a common goal for people everywhere. There may be a few monks and nuns who are not looking to earn more money, but for the most part, everybody is out there looking for ways to earn more money. And right now, I think more than any time in my lifetime, there's a greater need for people to make money right now than ever before. Again, we've only talked about two of our ways of making income. If we go to our fast track calculator, again, what's your goal? How many people can you pay it forward? Literally, if you had to, if this was going to give your daughter some kind of treatments in the hospital, it was going to save her life, $500,000. If it was going to cost you $500,000 to save your daughter's life, or a child, a grandchild, or a spouse, what would you do? And you had to come up with the money on your own. Would you pay it forward for 10 people? Would you find 10 people that you could pay it forward for? I believe you could. And so, these are real possibilities. Okay. There's your $500,000 right there. And that's only on the $10. Folks, this is so doable. It is so absolutely doable for anybody. And yes, you're the first ones to do it. Okay? You're the first ones. But there were always firsts, right? Look at the Wright brothers. Here they built this rickety airplane. Nobody had ever flown before that we know of. And they're going to get in this machine that's going to go fast enough to get them in the air. This is, somebody's risking their life to get that airplane off the ground. See, the first is always the most difficult, right? That first step is always the hardest. And I don't care what it is. Somebody has to pave the way. Somebody has to set the pattern. But here's what I can say. We've got some people on this call. They're going to become millionaires. They're going to make the kind of money we're looking at right here. And it's all about making a decision. Because once you decide, if you decide you're going to, go to college and get a degree, and it's going to take you 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, but you make that decision, come bad weather, come, difficulties with money, come times when you don't feel well, you get sick, you're still going to go forward and get that degree. Why? Because you made the decision. No matter what it takes, you're going to do that, okay? Now, here's the interesting thing. You don't have to know how you're going to get that degree, and you don't know how hard it's going to be. You don't know all the steps you have to take, but those steps, they show themselves as you go forward. They reveal themselves. The same thing happens here. Once you make the decision you're going to do this, and you start taking the steps that you know how to do right now, or don't even know how, but you're experimenting with steps that you can take, the steps will begin to reveal themselves, and you will eventually become successful. I can tell you that from experience. I can tell you that from seeing a lot of other people go through it. Okay, when I started out, I had no clue of what I needed to do. And it wasn't easy. And I started when I was 14 years old, at a time when network marketing was not really such a proven model, and there were only, just a very few companies that you could even join at that time. Very, very few opportunities. So it was a very different world back then. We didn't have internet, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have fax machines, all the conveniences that we've gone through to get to this point. Those weren't available. So what did we do? We had to go out face to face, meet somebody, and give them a presentation, because there were no, we didn't have all these nice videos and tools that we have today. We had napkins, the napkin presentation. You probably all heard about that. Those are the kind of things that we had to deal with. Well, you've got a lot more at your fingertips right now. You've got all of these videos, that we showed you right here. Go through your dashboard and look at what you have, because you've got some great tools. We'll continue to have more. We have our Botsy tool coming up here pretty soon, probably by the end of next week. And this is going to help you to find prospects, to present to them, to actually sign them up, as I understand it. So, nobody has an excuse to fail here. There's absolutely no excuse other than you just, that you fail yourself. Okay, do we have any more questions? I've rattled on for quite a while here. Any closing comments, Brian?
No, I'd just like to thank everybody for attending, and as per usual, it's been a great meeting. I appreciate the time and the effort that you put in, John, and the fact that you're there and you're willing to help people, and you don't shy away from the hard questions. That's one really important thing that I think anyone needs if they're in network marketing, is a good, solid owner, and an owner that doesn't shy away from the questions and goes that extra mile to help his people. So thank you on behalf of my team and on behalf of many others. I thank you. So that's me for today.
Well, thank you, Brian. Appreciate your help. Appreciate you being there, and you're doing a great job with your team. Well, as we close tonight, I hope one thing is clear. You have more to give than you realize. A kind word, a shared opportunity, a few moments of your time. These may seem small, but they are seeds, and every seed has a harvest in it. One day I'm going to pull out a video, if I can find it. Actually, I won't talk about that right now, but basically, this gentleman makes the point that for every person that you present, that you invite, every person you invite is worth $500 to you. Doesn't matter if they join or not. And he makes a very good case for this. It doesn't matter if they join or not. Every person you invite is worth $500. If you knew that, how many people would you invite? Would you invite 1 a day, 2 a day, 10 a day? And literally with our compensation plan, it's probably way more than 500. Way, way more. So, we have to give to get. And we give because it's who we are becoming. People who understand the law of the harvest. We believe in sowing hope. We believe in sowing trust. And, we believe in trusting what we do for others, God will in turn do for us. So don't underestimate your impact. Every time you share, every invitation, every encouraging word, it matters. It's how we pay it forward. It's how we keep the blessing flowing. And the best part, it costs you nothing, but it can return everything. So let's go into the rest of this week with open hands, open hearts. Together, let's be the spark that sets someone else's breakthrough in motion. Thank you for being here tonight. You are the heart of this movement. Let's go sow some love and watch what comes back. Now, I'd like to offer a quick prayer for those of you who would like to stick around. Feel free to direct it to whatever source you believe causes seeds to multiply. Let's take a moment. Source of abundance, thank you for the opportunity to gather tonight with open hearts and open minds. Thank you for the seeds of kindness, time, and energy we each have the ability to sow. We ask you that you take every small act of giving and multiply it, not only in our lives, but in the lives of those we touch. Help us to move forward with generosity, boldness, and faith. Let us be vessels of good, knowing that as we give, we also receive. Multiply our efforts, strengthen our communities, and keep us aligned with the truth that what we sow in love will return to us in joy. May we rest tonight with peace and rise tomorrow with purpose. So it is. Amen. With that, good night, everybody.